In the shadow of the Rocky Mountains, something is happening that the national media forgets to talk about. While the dynasty of the Kansas City Chiefs is withering away,
10-yard touchdown pass, 1st and 10. Here comes the drive here by hand. The throw by Mahomes, incomplete. Flag thrown, looking for.
Mahomes is down. Mahomes
Smith-Schuster, he sure is.
Timeout for injury.
And Patrick Mahomes, we understand, to the locker room, and there we see it. The left knee has been an issue for a while, and it was re-injured.
Sean Payton is quietly building a juggernaut in the Rockies, galloping toward the Super Bowl, and no one saw it coming. The Chiefs' reign is over. How has Sean Payton rebuilt a contender in Denver? And can the Broncos win on the biggest stage? First, we need to go back to the scene of the crime. You know, that day when everyone said the Broncos were a disaster.
But 2022 did start with a bang for the Broncos, with so much hope. And look at me now, I'm so broken, I don't even think Sean Payton or Jim Harbaugh can.
My guy had no hope. They didn't believe anyone could save them. But when Sean Payton arrived like a Texas Ranger on a stallion, things were gonna change. They were gonna go from country club back to a football team. January 31st, 2023. There was no time for sightseeing. No Rocky Mountain high, just work, work, work. Fast forward to 2025, and it's clear what he built. From a disjointed choir to an orchestra in perfect symphony. It wasn't just coaching, it was an exorcism of bad habits, taking a roster many said was talent deficient and squeezing every ounce of potential from it. The man took a page from his Saints playbook, blending the veteran savvy of Cortland Sutton with the youth and hunger of Quinn Miners to create a balanced powerhouse. Then came the cherry on the cake.
Understand.
With the 12th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Bo Nix.
There it is.
Quarterback, Oregon.
6 for
Bo Chapman Nix, the 12th overall pick of the 2024 NFL Draft, who's the glue holding it all together.
Hello? Hey. Yes, sir, I appreciate it. Absolutely. You want to win a Super Bowl? All right, let's go. Coach Payton, what's up? You ready to roll?
This wasn't luck. Do not dare call it luck. Luck is a tipped pass, a missed field goal. But this is a blueprint. This is a masterclass from a coach who's done it before.
Time ever. Sean Payton, in his 4th year as head coach, realizing the dream of so many New Orleanians and so many folks who have been rooting for the Saints, waiting for this to happen. Drew Brees with a 32 for 39 night for 288 yards.
He stripped the roster down to the studs, took the salary cap medicine, dumped the egos, brought in a passion for football. But how? You see, Sean Payton understands something that analytic nerds don't. He understands that winning's a habit, losing's a disease, and Denver was sick. He has the offense playing on time, special teams playing lights out, and the entire organization finally moving in the same direction. I mean, just look at the 2025 Broncos. You aren't watching a team that hopes to win, you're watching a team that expects it. That is the Sean Payton effect. He didn't just rebuild a roster, he rebuilt a mindset. That's why you see numbers like this and this. It's simple. The coach is the star, and the system is king. But speaking of stars, Bo Nix isn't the next Drew Brees. He isn't the next Mahomes. He's something special, something that could even make John Elway blush. Well, at least a little. A coach can only do so much. Just ask Bill Belichick. Sometimes you need someone to lead from the front, the engine if you will. The Broncos have found this Ferrari engine in the rookie sensation turned superstar, Bo Nix. But it wasn't easy. I remember the draft, the critics, the experts laughing. They said, he's a reach, a system QB. Why'd you spend a pick on someone already 23? But who's laughing now? Drafted in 2024, Nix hasn't just adapted to the NFL, he's taken it by the throat. In 2025, he's grown into a dual-threat dynamo, giving Andy Reid nightmares. Don't believe me? Just look at these numbers. 14 games, 3,256 yards, 23 touchdowns, and just 9 interceptions. That's efficiency. Add to that ground game, 254 yards, 4 touchdowns. The kid is good. He rarely panics, he just creates. His poise under pressure echoes the greats. I'm talking Josh Allen vibes here, and Russell Wilson. The younger Russell Wilson. Not sure what we saw in Denver. By now, skeptics have turned into believers, one drive at a time. And he processes the field faster than guys who've been in the league for a decade. He takes what the defense gives him, and then when you fall asleep, he hits you over the top with a bomb.
Biggest NFL game he's played in, 1st and 10. Good time. McClinchy a block. Going deep. Oh, he's got him! He's got Mims! Touchdown!
The kid has it. You can't teach it. You either have it or you don't. And Bo Nix, he has it in spades. He's the reason this offense is humming. He is the reason the Broncos are scary. But what's that saying? Offense wins you games, but defense? Defense wins you championships. Bo Nix is selling a lot of jerseys. He's keeping Mile High full each weekend. But that defense, yeah, that record-setting one, they're going to win the championship. This isn't just a good defense. This is a historic defense. This is the Orange Crush reborn, but younger, faster, stronger, and meaner. Ranking 5th in total yards allowed per game. The Broncos are doing the unthinkable in a game where the modern rules are rigged for the offense. And if you really want to fall off your chair, 58 sacks. They're on pace to shatter records, burying quarterbacks. This D is stout, opportunistic, and relentless. They allow just 17.5 points per game, according to ESPN. Players like Nick Bonito are wreaking havoc off the edge. You can't block him. You can't scheme against him. He's a one-man wrecking crew. They've made Denver a fortress. When teams come to Mile High, they aren't worried about the altitude anymore. They're worried about getting hit in the mouth. This is all the hard work of Vance Joseph, under the leadership of Sean Payton. They disguise coverages, send blitzes from everywhere. It is chaotic, controlled chaos. If you're an opposing QB, you are definitely having a few sleepless nights when looking at the schedule. That's the definition of a contender, or perhaps a champion. And because of that defense, because of Bo Nix, the landscape of power has shifted. Just look at the AFC West. With this record, the Broncos sit comfortably atop the mountain. They're looking down at the Chargers, who managed to bang out Mahomes and the dynasty. And speaking of Kansas City, they've now been officially dumped from the playoffs. In retrospect, this is the best Denver start since 2013, fueled by key wins like that moment against the Chiefs.
He's already made 4 today. Lutz in the clutch, and the Broncos have won it.
The once secure throne of the Chiefs' kingdom is now orange and blue territory. The king is dead.
10-yard touchdown pass, 1st and 10. Here comes the drive here by hand. The throw by Mahomes, incomplete. Flag thrown, looking for
Mahomes is down. Mahomes
Smith-Schuster, he sure is.
Timeout for injury.
But why should you trust this run? I mean, many teams have done it, only to prove it was a fluke. Well, this isn't Sean Payton's first rodeo. Remember his Saints tenure? From 2006 to 2021, he was a magician. He led New Orleans to 9 playoff appearances and a Super Bowl 44 victory in 2009. He took a franchise that was broken by Hurricane Katrina and turned them into a world champion. In Denver, he's repeating the magic. It is the same script. He's reviving a team with smart schemes and culture shifts. And look at the roster. He brought 22 former Saints staff and players. Yet the media mocked him, calling it New Orleans West. But Payton knew what he was doing. He wasn't bringing in friends. He was importing winning DNA. He needed guys who knew the standard so they could teach the standard. And now that standard is producing wins. He has cloned a champion's crop and transplanted it into the Broncos' body. Flashback to the late 80s, early 90s. My guy John Elway was defining what it meant to be a Bronco, the comeback king. He led Denver to 3 Super Bowl appearances in the 80s. Yeah, the losses stung. I was there, I watched him, but he kept fighting. And then, back-to-back wins in 97 and 98. Iconic drives, a legacy of resilience. Today's Broncos mirrored that era. You have the star quarterback in Nix. You have a dominant defense that hits like the Steve Atwater days. You have a coach like Payton echoing the strategic brilliance of Mike Shanahan that propelled Elway's teams to immortality. As for the playoffs, the Broncos are locked in as the top seed, possibly going undefeated to the end. Meanwhile, the Chiefs are done for, spelling a quiet offseason in Kansas City. And for predictions, who wouldn't love to see an AFC championship between the Patriots and the Broncos? The Broncos are back. There's no denying that. The Black Horse run is a testament to the vision, grit, and genius of Sean Payton. But never discount Josh Allen. The man's a former MVP looking to double up. Then there's Drake May. The question is, who do you think will be the MVP? Check out our next video to see who has the best shot and how one little running back could ruin it for everyone. Make sure to like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.